Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Florida State's offense will get the ball first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the quarterback pulled up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The quick out. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Try to get it to the edge. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw it, Sanders. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Takes a hit as he fired. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Noles line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, where basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air, because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Unloads it left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about...
Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
A hand to the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Matthews. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, Wolfpack. First points of the day are on the board. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Bringing it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Leaves it with the back. Got some room after the goal line. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Pulls it fired complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. They've got him pinned deep in their own end and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Hand off to the fullback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give them the football.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
Makes the grab on the right. He flips his field in an instant, and he's... Set up at the 20.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Wants to throw. It's Sanders. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final play of the quarter coming. Might be changing the route. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And you want the interception on defense, but most of the time coaches are preaching, knock the ball down, knock the ball down. It's not because they can't catch. Really catch well, but the defender's main job has to be separating that ball from the wide receiver, and usually that requires knocking that thing down as the wide receiver's trying to catch it.
Working the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. There's the pressure. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Matthews. Right on target this time. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
We'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. On the move. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Looking downfield on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Back to pass. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. Wants to go up top on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Scanning the field, it's Matthews. And they will score! Touchdown, Wolfpack! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, throw the records out the window, and Baylor and TCU fight to the finish. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the bootleg. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's caught along the sideline, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the 1st down if he could have stayed in the field for play. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the ground with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to throw, it's Matthews. Fires one high and deep. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. He leaves it with his back. Breaks into the open. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Got his man on the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And how about that third down? They go 5 wide. They've spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
A strike downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun. Give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. They got it. It's blocked. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Gonna run it. It's Parrish. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. To the air, it's Matthews. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Bridges. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
To the air on 1st down. Looking left. That's caught. It's Bridges. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Now they'll run the draw. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Got his man downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Looking to pass. It's Sanders. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Can't get him to the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Using his legs, it's Parrish. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something. Dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the time.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time, the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
Pocket breaking down. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
He'll settle for some pretty... position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Looking for a man. It's Bacon. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, you should...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. And the defense drags him down. Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking to throw again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Big fella moving. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Tight end now in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to bull his way in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, well, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Here comes the heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Bacon. They get to him as he throws. Fires into traffic, picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Turning it on! He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Motion from the wide receiver. He's looking to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And they're able to get him down.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive, Dave?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose. But you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Bacon. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front.